Makeup. Makeup. I need makeup. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. This is Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Danielle, Megan. I'm going to give proper introductions here in a little bit. Welcome to the Content Exploration Sessions. This is session 2.1. As you can see, if you're familiar with our content exploration sessions, today's a little bit different. We're in our Studio B right now, which we're still kind of tooling with and building out and doing a lot of fun things with. So, but today we're here to talk about how to successfully kind of do a ideation brainstorming workshop, talking about icebreakers and things like that. One thing that's a little bit different with content exploration this year is that we are going to be a little bit more hands-on. We're going to be doing panel discussions. We're going to have some actual things that we do in these panel discussions. And I haven't necessarily told Megan and Danielle what we're here to do today. So hopefully that will be fun, a little spontaneous stuff.
Spontaneous means scary.
Yes, that is correct. If you're new to this, my name is Nick. I am a content strategist here at Britain Marketing Design Group. We are a creative, brand-centered content creation agency that's been around for about 11 years, soon enough. We kind of focus on marketing to women, fashion, lifestyle, consumer goods, and so forth. So we're really into visual branding. So we'll be talking about some fun stuff today to go along with that. When I was 2 years old, I got lost in Athens, Greece, for about 45 minutes, and my family, my parents and my sister found me eating scraps of food with a pack of stray dogs. So that's I was found. So that's the good part of it. This is Megan. She is our VP.
I'm really scared where he's going with this.
No, that was my introduction. So.
Oh gosh.
This is Megan.
I have things.
She's our VP of Online Brand Buzz. Tell me a little bit about what you do here, and you don't have to say any embarrassing stories. Just tell us what you do here.
I head up our creative content team, our digital content team. So the strategy for blogs and creating blog content and social media. I too got lost when I was 2 years old.
Okay.
But it was in a fairgrounds next door, and my parents found me sitting in a charcoal pit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, completely covered in charcoal.
Awesome.
Danielle does not have to tell a 2-year-old story.
Oh, I don't have a 2-year-old story, but I get lost every day because I'm so short. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
More people lose you, maybe.
Yeah, I need to tie a balloon to me, and people will find me.
Okay.
Awesome.
So Danielle Hartman here. She's our senior digital designer. She's not a self-proclaimed badass.
No, she's not, but she is.
But she is, so she's been proclaimed by others to be a badass, which is cool. So, but these sessions, we hope that they are informative, collaborative, and that you have some fun takeaways from these sessions. So, in 2017, we have structured our content exploration sessions to not just solely focus on content creation and content strategy. We will be talking about a lot of different topics, from kind of what is the start of a project, what is to all the way to the end of the project, and that's how we structured all of 2017 basically. So we start with ideation and brainstorming, we go into content strategy, talk about tools and resources, communication, collaboration, content creation, design, copywriting, and so forth. So, and we'll end with some case studies in December and some reporting and assessment and all that good stuff. So
cool.
So the main reason why we're here today is to talk about idea generation. Obviously, we are a brand-centered content creation agency. We have kind of a legacy when it comes to creative content. Brainstorming and ideation can be seen a lot of times as just big words for idea generation, and that's kind of what it is. But if you do it properly and you use structured techniques and things like that, you are more apt to have a successful outcome. Consistency is always a good thing, and you'll be able to create more ideas. So that's kind of what we'll talk about today. We'll talk about we'll do some fun. Actually, going to do one fun technique, ideation technique. So hopefully the deliverable that we create will be something that we'll all feel proud of. I don't know if that's going to be the outcome, but that's the hope at least. So when it comes to ideation and brainstorming, we often talk about harnessing ideas from a lot of different people. We talk about left brain people versus right brain people. Here we have a healthy mix of left brain and right brainers. I would probably say that I am a little bit more of a left brain person. Tends to be more linear thinking, analytical, logical, and so forth. A lot of our creatives are more right brain thinking, artistic, music, emotions, intuition. And a lot of times in these, when you're conducting a workshop and you're trying to create ideas in order for you to maximize the potential output and get as many ideas and things like that as possible, you want to make sure that you harness both the left brain and right brain. So a lot of these techniques that are out there will force you to do so through a structured kind of component. So left brain, right brain?
Kind of in the middle,
In
more
the
so
middle?
right, I'd say.
Yeah, right.
Right. Okay.
Right brain.
Okay. Well, so it's interesting to talk about ideation, brainstorming, and brainwriting, and all these different concepts that are out there to help us create a larger amount of ideas for a project. But when it all comes down to it, it's just about idea generation. That's what it boils down to. Giving us some structure and framework to it really allows us to maybe be a little bit more efficient with our time, more productive, and more consistent, so we can kind of clean and be more prepared for what kind of results, what would the outcome be. So, so we'll be talking about how you perform an ideation session, how what is the boundaries, what are the steps, and how should you really set it up. The one thing that you always have to think about from a workshop perspective is that you have to set it up in a way that it can be successful. So any workshop, meeting, ideation, brainstorming session should always start with icebreakers. So, but there's also other things that you have to think about while you are setting up the process, which is you want to make sure that you have a small enough group. The bigger the group, it usually is a hurdle. You want to make sure that everyone that is a participant has a little bit of an open mind. We want to make sure that we involve the right people. We want to make sure that it's an environment where everyone feels encouraged and free to participate in the process. So you need to really have some of those frameworks and barriers set up before you start getting into the fun stuff. But having that structure and having the outcome basically a tangible thing before you even start, that's going to help your success rate a lot. But the one thing that is probably the most important aspect of any kind of workshop and session is especially as it relates to idea generation and brainstorming and meetings and things like that, is to start off on the right foot, and that usually means using a proper icebreaker. And it's not one of those, you talk about, hey, water cooler talk, and what's the deal with airplane peanuts and things like that. But there's actually some techniques that you can use from icebreakers. So we've used I have a couple of different icebreakers that I thought we'd start with here, just because they are easy to use, but I think they yield really good results too. One of my favorite icebreakers that I think it appeals to me because I'm from Sweden and we never smile. But one of the icebreaker techniques that you can use is to start your session by saying, "Hey, there's absolutely no smiling involved in this project."
That's just not
The whole
fair.
session?
In the whole session. So in the whole workshop, there's no smiling. So that probably will last about 2-3 minutes before everyone starts debunking that, and hopefully that breaks down some barriers to make everyone feel comfortable and so forth.
You'd
So
win that one.
I think I would, yes. I'm pretty good at the whole no smiling thing. It sounds sad. It kind of does.
It is
but
sad.
I think that's okay.
We do feel sad for you.
I'm working on it. So
From your childhood.
yes. So
Being left in Greece.
yeah, and it's I miss those dogs, the roaming dogs. So, but Then there's another icebreaker technique that we probably all have heard of, which is we call the classic, which is if you were stranded on a deserted island, a famous, a dead, a living person, who would you bring?
Are you asking us, or are you just telling
I
us
am.
about?
I
oh.
am.
Wait,
I'm
one
starting with
person?
All right.
three people.
Three people.
A famous person, a dead person, and
Oh,
just
Oh,
and
it has to be
or?
one of each,
I thought
I
it
or
was
it can be a
or.
combination.
I think it should be three
Oh,
people.
no, it's-
Oh gosh.
One
okay.
would be a little bit lonesome. So
Yeah. Okay. So a dead person would be Audrey Hepburn. I got
Okay.
that one easy. An alive person would be Dave Matthews, because if you're stranded on an island, you need some music, right?
Okay.
So we'd want to make sure he had his like guitar. Otherwise, that's just going to be really awkward. Dead, alive, and what was the other one?
I mean, alive and famous. are kinda
Famous.
like
Famous.
Same, they are
Right.
alive. I know.
I'm going to go with Harry Potter, because he
Okay.
can use his wand once we're tired of Dave and get us off the island.
Okay. All right. I like that.
That's what I'm doing. It was going to be Mary Poppins, but I changed my mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Harry Potter.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually.
Well, there you go.
All right. Dead. Einstein for sure. He's smart. He'll figure it out how to get us off there.
Okay. Sure.
Famous. Anthony Bourdain. He can make me some good food.
That's
and he's
good.
pretty cultured, smart.
Yeah. Slightly obnoxious.
Oh yeah, but he's kind of like he has some playful satire.
Yeah.
Famous. Dave Chappelle. He's just funny. Like
That's
who
good.
wouldn't want him there?
That's good
God.
because if you're gonna die of
Might
starvation,
as well not. I mean,
you might as well have fun while doing it. So
Yeah, but if Anthony Bourdain is there, you're not going to starve.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you imagine those two together, Chappelle and Bourdain?
Oh, that's
I think
not
that
going
would
to be.
be.
That's not going to be a good mix. So Nick, what about you?
I should have prepared since I
Yeah.
knew what we were gonna talk about,
Yeah.
and I already primed you that I don't know which
So?
which person I would bring to this deserted island. It probably wouldn't be the person that built the Vasa ship, the famous Swedish Vasa ship, because the engineer built a ship that sank as
Sank.
soon as it didn't even
Yeah.
get out of the harbor. So
That'd be a problem.
so that probably wouldn't be the person. So I'm gonna maybe spin it and say people that I wouldn't bring to
Okay.
the deserted island. I probably wouldn't bring someone that I guess that talked too much.
Mm.
So I don't know. Is there a fictional character that is really talkative?
Ooh, he's not fictional, but the Micro Machine Man.
Okay.
Did you? Well,
Or-
that's probably not in context for you since you're from
Is-
Sweden.
No.
But
yeah.
he talked like super, super fast,
Okay.
and he was selling Micro Machines
Okay.
in like the 80s. You probably don't even know.
No,
No, okay.
but I
Okay.
God. Dennis, do you know about him? Or cameraman?
Yes.
There you go.
Slash director.
Slash director slash. Oh, gosh darn it! All right, carry on. One more.
Yeah, so we'll do one more ideation technique, and let's icebreaker, which I like this one because it can be whatever you want. It's one word, so I say one word, and everyone gets 30 seconds to think about it, and then they get to say the first couple of things that come to mind, and that word is millennial.
Awesome, because we've got one here. She is awesome, and also Gen X.
That's what comes to your mind with
Gen
Yep.
X.
with millennial.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we're totally forgotten. So I keep trying to push us.
Okay. What about you, Danielle? What comes to mind when I say millennial?
Engaged for sure, and I guess unfortunately narcissistic. Not all of us are,
Mm-hmm.
but that's like the whole mindset. A lot of people.
Awesome.
We aren't narcissistic, guys.
What comes to mind in my brain is just bad PR.
Yeah.
Millennials have a really bad PR agency working for them because they've gotten a bad rep, and it's obviously not necessarily tied to kind of that whole generation. So it's weird, but anyway. So what these icebreakers are obviously supposed to do is to get the participants of said workshop to feel a bit more comfortable, feel relaxed, so that they feel good about contributing to whatever ideation technique will be coming up here shortly.
All right,
Are you guys ready for doing some ideation on the spot here?
we're ready. Bring it.
Challenge
Okay.
accepted.
Okay. So we're going to talk about an ideation technique that's probably very near and dear to our company, It's called collaborative sketching. And how collaborative sketching is applied is basically you have a visual idea or a visual concept that is not defined yet. And you allow for people in smaller groups to contribute to start from scratch, sketching something. And when the first person is done, after a lot of period of time, the next person in that group takes over and continues till everyone in that group has had a chance to add to it. So it's basically taking one specific thing that everyone might have preconceived notions about from a visual standpoint, and seeing what that final product might look like. So this technique can be used from a very broad perspective, from like a branding perspective, to create a new logo or something like that. But it could also be used to create user interface wireframes for websites. It could be for catalog covers. It could be used for whatever you think is applicable, just as long as you set maybe some barriers beforehand. But it's really a good way for people to, especially if you are a collaborative agency or collaborative team, to see things visually that other people might miss, or just things that add to that specific concept that's being developed. So it should be fun, I hope. And I'm going to participate too if I can. I can't. I'm being right-brained and not that good at
Well, and Danielle
Sharpies and
draws,
things.
so
Yeah, our senior digital designer, she will probably
she's gonna smoke us.
yes. But so what the topic is going to be, and you will have about 60 seconds each. So we'll let.
All right.
Should we let Danielle start, or should she go
Yes.
last? No,
I
she'll
should go
start.
last.
She-
I want to see all this.
Okay, you start.
Ugh.
Megan's going to start. So the topic that I came up with all randomly is we're going to create a fictional brand or a fictional logo, so kind of a mark, for a made-up fictional Midwest fashion company focusing on high-end custom apparel for males age 25 to 34. And the name of this fictional company is M West.
M West.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And what do I need to do?
you need to let your creative juices flow, and
Okay.
you need to get to sketching. And you
So I have
about
to
60
sketch
seconds.
logo ideas for M West.
You need to come up with a start of a concept.
Start
yes.
of a concept.
Yes.
Oh, dear
All you
God.
know is M West. That's about it.
M West, all right.
So, and then know that everyone else will contribute to your sketch. I wish I had some Jeopardy music or some Oscar music.
Yeah, we should have
play
had
you off.
music. Like, well, you can keep singing. That's all right.
I don't know if I want to hear that.
All right.
So we build off of each other?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will go next. We'll let the designer go last.
I have no idea.
And again, the
what-
objective here is obviously to come up with a visual concept that we can all build upon to see if there's cool opportunities for
Sweet.
contributing and creating that.
What color would you like?
All right, that was 60 seconds.
So here's mine,
Okay.
so that you're not just staring at our heads. They're awful.
I'm going to go ahead and grab
That's all right.
orange and purple. I'm feeling orange and purple today.
So then do you draw on top of mine, or
Yes.
do you need, okay.
I do whatever I think is appropriate here.
We should have had a camera pointing down at this.
Um,
I don't know how we would have done it, but we
Camera
should
two
have.
right there.
Next time.
Next time.
okay,
Says the
let's
man
go.
behind the camera.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I like this one here, right here.
Assuming that that's always pointing left.
Yeah. No matter where you are.
I hope I'm going to be able to contribute something here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Add to this.
I feel like we should create like diversion for the audience as Nick is sketching. Do you have any jokes?
Here's a globe.
Oh, I wish I had my dad jokes.
I'm not allowed to tell jokes.
Let's hear your jokes then.
No, I'm bad at them. I can't. I've
Where's
been
Brian
told.
at? Or Dave.
Or Dave. Dad
Ultimate
joke
dad
time.
jokes.
All right, and pens down.
All right. So, I'm in teal,
So
and Nick is in purple.
we clearly have a winner so far.
You think so?
No.
Is that a
Oh.
world? Or is that a cookie?
It's an
A
amoeba.
world? Amoeba?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think it's supposed to be a world.
Nice.
All right, so we got Danielle to finish it off here with another 60 seconds of ideation,
To build off of
collaborative
it.
sketching.
So this is all one?
Mm-hmm. And I apologize for that.
Oh, Nick, what did you do?
You can also can she also just create her own?
And
Okay.
we'll have another 60 seconds each.
Oh gosh.
Oh wait, I can't start a new one?
You can do whatever you want here. It's collaborative.
She said yes under her breath in case no one could hear that.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No, we fully expect it. I used to be a designer. I'm rusty.
Mm-hmm. Not the rusty part. It's more that, yes, you used to be a
No,
designer.
I'm rusty.
My contribution isn't much,
Okay.
but
So we got one more round of this, so go ahead, Meg,
All right.
whenever you want.
did I go off
I'm gonna go with pink.
way over here?
No, it's not visible at all.
Oh, really?
So usually when you conduct these kind of collaborative sketching session, if you would have a group of 10 people, you would probably boil it down to about 3 or so in each group. And you would probably give a little bit more time than just 1 minute, but we have to be a little bit conscious of the viewer's time and everything here. So to make sure that that what we're covering here is fun and informative. It's fun for us because we get to sketch. So.
This is a tie. You can't tell. You'll never be able to tell it's a tie. That's why I'm telling you. We'll have to deal with that later. All right.
Okay, handoff.
I added a stick person and a tie,
I like the tie.
and then I drew a guy because M West.
I need,
All right.
I think I need some blue.
Okay.
I like what we got going on here. I'm not sure how I can accentuate any cool stuff with that thing. That's cool. Oh, I wish I could do maybe this.
So we'll bring it up to the camera after Nick does it, and you guys will have to tell us how close to get. Not you, the audience, but you, the two guys
Stitches.
helpfully standing behind the
Some
cameras.
stitches going through there.
Dennis Ballgavy and Chris Hankey are helpful advisors.
Okay.
Oh, you
That
have
was-
2 seconds.
I made
Ah.
I made some stitches as the addition there. So-
All right.
All right, let's wrap this up,
I like
Danielle.
your tie idea. Let's see if I can build one.
Okay. All right, you got 60 seconds.
Oh, all right.
Let's finish strong.
I have a feeling if we had done this with all designers, it would have turned out a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will have a digital design session coming up, I think, in June or July or so. And we'll have some fun digital design projects and such to talk about then.
Cool.
And I will not participate in those type of collaborations.
I'm pulling your tie ID over.
Cool. That's significantly better.
It kind of looks like a party hat.
It does, or a crown.
Yeah,
It's
or
super
crown.
cool. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
All right.
So
They weren't using that.
what we'll do right now is just kind of look at what we created, and then we'll go ahead and circle something that we think might be applicable. Again, this is about idea generation.
Right in front of that one.
Back a little.
So bring it back, Danielle. Okay.
Very good, Beck.
So what do we think here? Did we hit a home run with anything, or is there anything that sticks out? Knowing that we put a whole about 6 minutes into this ideation technique here,
I think I like the one that Danielle created with the tie and then the
I like this.
and the
2 MWs.
Mhm.
I like those 30.
Okay, and I would definitely take your guidance on that.
This
So
one, this one, and this one.
so potentially. That's good. That's good. We had
Okay.
something that we're obviously not ready to ship to the printer, but but we had something that we think could be a good start. So that's kind of what these collaborative sketching sessions can do for you. They can give you a little bit of a different take on visual concepts. This was a very broad one because we were talking about a logo. A logo, that kind of branding and that kind of design takes hours and hours and hours of work. But you can pare it down to, like I said, a user interface, an email, display ads, whatever you might want to do from just if it's from a sketching perspective.
You could probably even do it in copy, couldn't you?
Sure.
Just writing down
Or
words.
do like a
Yeah.
sentence, like build a sentence,
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
word at a time.
Mad Libs.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And we will have a copywriting session like this, but probably not from an ideation standpoint because that's what we're talking about today. So having that said, I think we're about to conclude here for today. So again, ideation and brainstorming is all about using proper techniques to enhance your idea generation process, to generate more ideas. That's essentially what putting structure to a very ephemeral process would be. If you put some structures to them, you're more likely to have yield higher results. So that's the process of ideating versus just, hey, let's talk about ideas. So it also has that element of consistency and everything to it as well, because even though in these creative sessions you want to have that spontaneous part of what you're trying to achieve, but consistency can also help you a little bit in that aspect as well. So I want to thank Danielle for helping out. You are far superior of that than I am, or what?
Me
So
too.
that's cool. And thanks, Meg, for chiming in too. The next session will be again. We will do these if we don't change anything. It will be the last Friday of each month. Next session will be about content strategy. We'll see what kind of hands-on activities we'll do for that, but. We hopefully we'll see you back here then in late February. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.